A busy day in the meadow, the sun rose over the green meadow, lighting up a field full of colorful flowers. The bees of Sunny Hive buzzed happily, flying from flower to flower, collecting sweet nectar. Inside the hive, the worker bees worked hard, turning nectar into golden honey, filling up the honeycombs. Buzzily, a smart and curious bee, zipped through the air, watching over his busy friends. The hive is full of honey. The queen will be so pleased, he thought with joy. Everything seemed perfect in Sunny Hive. The honey is missing. The next morning, Buzzily woke up to a loud buzz of worried voices. Something was wrong. He flew to the storage chambers and gasped. The honeycomb cells were nearly empty. Our honey, where did it go? A worker bee cried. The queen bee arrived and looked at the empty honeycombs with concern. We must find out who took our honey before we run out of food, she said. Buzzily flapped his wings with determination. Don't worry, Your Majesty. I'll find out what happened. The first clue, Buzzily gathered his best friends, Waggles and Pollen, to help him investigate. Look, Waggles pointed to small golden drops leading away from the hive. A honey trail. Buzzily's antennae twitched with excitement. Let's follow it and see where it leads. The three bees flew close to the ground, following the sticky trail through the tall grass. Whoever took our honey must have left these behind, Pollen whispered. A visit to the squirrels, the honey trail, led them to an old oak tree where the squirrel family lived. Hello, squirrels, Buzzily called. Have you seen anyone carrying honey? The squirrels, busy cracking acorns, looked surprised. No, we didn't take your honey, said Nutty, the eldest squirrel. But last night, we saw someone carrying a big jar of honey toward the river. The river? Buzzily repeated. Thank you, friends. Let's go. The bees flapped their wings and hurried toward the flowing water. Hashtag following the river. Buzzily and his team zipped through the air, following the river's flow. Along the way, they spotted more honey drips on rocks. We're getting close, Buzzily cheered. But suddenly, Pollen stopped midair. Look, there are footprints near the riverbank. Buzzily and Waggles hovered closer. The footprints were big and round, pressed deep into the muddy shore. These must belong to a bear. Waggles whispered. Do you think a bear took our honey? Pollen asked. There's only one way to find out, Buzzily said, leading the way deeper into the forest. The bear surprised in a quiet part of the forest. The bees found a large, sleepy bear sitting near a tree. His furry paws were covered in golden honey. Next to him sat a big jar filled with the hive's missing treasure. Buzzily bravely buzzed up to the bear's face. Excuse me, Mr. Bear, but that honey belongs to our hive. Did you take it? The bear looked guilty. I was so hungry, he admitted. I only wanted a little, but it was so delicious, I couldn't stop. The bees glanced at each other. Mr. Bear, we need that honey for our hive to survive, Waggles said firmly. The bear lowered his head. I didn't mean to cause trouble. I just love honey so much. A lesson in sharing. Buzzily thought for a moment. What if we make a deal? If you help us collect more nectar, We'll share some honey with you." The bear's eyes lit up. "Really? I'd love to help. But no more sneaking honey from our hive," Pollen warned. The bear nodded eagerly. "I promise." Working together the next morning, the bear joined the bees in the meadow. With his big paws, he gently shook trees, causing more flowers to bloom. The bees buzzed happily, collecting nectar faster than ever. "This is amazing!" Buzzley cheered. The bear laughed. "And I get to enjoy the beautiful flowers too." In no time, the honeycombs in the hive began filling up again. The hive is full again. When the queen saw the hive full of golden honey, she smiled. "Buzzley, you and your friends have done a wonderful job," she praised. The bear waited nervously nearby. "May I have a small taste?" he asked shyly. The queen chuckled. "Yes, you have earned it." The bear happily licked some honey from a leaf. "Delicious, and it tastes even better when we work together." A sweet celebration that evening. The bees and the bear had a special feast under the glowing moonlight. The bees enjoyed their fresh honey, and the bear got a small share, just as promised. "Thank you, Buzzley. You taught me an important lesson," the bear said. "When we work together, everyone wins." The meadow hummed with happiness as a new friendship was formed, and the bees knew their hive was safe once more.